With her few belongings packed in a small bag, Adama set off for the city. It was her first time leaving her village, and she was both excited and nervous. As she made her way through the bustling streets, she couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by the bright lights and towering buildings. Adama had always been fascinated by the world of fashion and modeling. Growing up in a small African village, she would often dream of walking down the runway in glamorous designer clothes, with all eyes on her. But in a place where opportunities were scarce and traditional expectations weighed heavily on young girls, Adama's dream seemed like an impossible one. However, Adama refused to let go of her dream. She spent her days watching fashion shows on TV and practicing her walk in the fields near her home. Her family, though supportive, could not understand her obsession with the runway and often urged her to focus on more practical pursuits. But Adama couldn't shake off the feeling that she was meant for something greater. She knew that she had the potential to be a supermodel, and she was determined to make it happen. One day, a modeling competition was announced in the nearest city. Adama's heart skipped a beat as she read the poster. This was her chance to show the world what she was capable of. Her family was hesitant, but Adama's determination convinced them to let her go. With her few belongings packed in a small bag, Adama set off for the city. It was her first time leaving her village, and she was both excited and nervous. As she made her way through the bustling streets, she couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by the bright lights and towering buildings. But nothing could dampen her spirits. She arrived at the competition venue and was met with a sea of tall, beautiful girls, all vying for the coveted title of the next top model. Adama's heart sank as she looked around at the competition. She felt small and out of place among the other girls, who were all dressed in glamorous outfits and seemed to exude confidence. But Adama refused to let her insecurities get the best of her. She reminded herself of all the hours she spent practicing and the sacrifices she made to get here. With a newfound determination, she walked onto the runway and gave it her all. To her surprise, the judges were blown away by her natural grace and unique beauty. Adama was chosen as the winner of the competition, and her dream of becoming a supermodel finally came true. From that day on, Adama's life changed. She traveled the world, walking on runways and gracing the covers of fashion magazines. But no matter how far she went, she never forgot her humble beginnings and the little village that she called home. Adama's story inspired many young girls in her village to dream big and reach for the stars. And as she walked down the runway, she knew that she was not just fulfilling her own dream, but also paving the way for others to follow in her footsteps. This story teaches perseverance in the face of challenges, believing in oneself and pursuing one's dream despite societal expectations and limitations.